Welcome in.
Thank you.
My name's Nick. This is Riley.
Hi.
You're going to be your co-therapists. We work as a team, so that way you can get two different perspectives, and then we can get a little bit of cross-training going on.
Awesome.
So you get really two therapists for the price of one.
Nice. Sounds good.
Yeah. So today's going to be a little bit different. This is just going to be a little bit of an info dump, first from us, and then a little bit from you, kind of see where you're going.
Okay.
We already looked over your intake. Thanks for filling that out. That
Mhm.
makes our job a whole lot easier.
Mm-hmm.
First we want to get done is confidentiality.
Okay.
So whatever you say in this room does not leave this room. It just stays between us and you.
Okay.
With the only exception is we do have supervision, and so we will be talking with them. And they're also a licensed therapist. So really you're getting 3 therapists for the price of one.
Okay.
We also, the only exception to that is if you are declare yourself to be a harm to yourself
Mm-hmm.
and harm to others, which
Mhm.
also includes elder abuse and child abuse.
Okay.
So like it says you have 2 kids. If something is going on with those kids, it doesn't necessarily have to be you.
Mm-hmm.
It could be, your spouse or, another family member or something like that. If you tell that to us, we have to report it up.
Okay. That makes sense.
Cancellations. You have a 24-hour notice before cancellations. Otherwise, we will have to pay or ask for the payment.
Mm-hmm.
But anything before that 24-hour window, you can either cancel or reschedule.
Okay.
And we'll see if there's time for that.
Okay. Perfect. That
Mhm.
sounds good.
Is there anything else in this one?
Yeah, so sometimes we will, just because of the supervision and being interns, we do film some of our sessions,
Okay.
and that stays just between us and the supervisor, and then it's just their way to help our training, make sure we're doing everything right, just looking out for you as the client.
Okay.
And then after we work through that, watch the session with the supervisor, it's all deleted, trashed, goes nowhere else, and that's all under confidentiality as well.
Okay. That sounds good. Thank you.
We'll also let you know anytime, like we're
Yeah, we're
filming today.
recording right now.
Yes.
Got it.
Yeah,
So-
we'll also ask permission too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just to let you know, we'll let you. So if you.
Okay.
If there's any time during session that you're feeling uncomfortable with it, or if you don't want anything filmed, you can let us know. We'll stop the video
Okay. That's good.
and
to
just
know.
continue. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks.
So what brings you in here today?
So, the main thing is I've just been having a lot of marital issues, a lot of conflict between my spouse and I, and yeah, that's probably the most pressing thing.
Okay. Why don't you tell me a little more about that? How long you guys have been married?
We've been married for 5 years now,
Okay.
and then we were together for 4 years before that. So
Okay. Great. Wow.
9 years.
9 years. Wow.
Yeah. We have a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old.
Mhm.
2 little girls. They're amazing in my life. And just between my husband and I feel like we've been having there's just been a lot of tension. I've been getting very angry and very irritable, and I would say, yeah, definitely feels like at a low for us. Haven't been here
Okay.
before. This is new territory.
New territory. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
How long has this been going on?
It's been going on for, I would say, maybe a little over, like 9 months.
9 months? Okay.
Yeah. And it I feel like it's escalated. It started, it was getting kind of bad, and then it's just snowballed and
Okay.
gotten worse as time has gone on. So, yeah.
Okay. What happened around 9 months ago? Has anything changed major in your life?
I mean, I think having 2 kids has been a lot harder. One was an adjustment, and
Yeah.
now, although I love them so much, 2 is a lot for me to manage. And my husband works full time, and then I work part-time and also like the main person taking care of the kids.
Yeah.
We have some help with that, but so it's just a lot. I think maybe the 2 kids, but has added to it.
Has added to it?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you think, has there been issues before that too? That just kind of had blown up since the second kid?
I feel like have always gotten in some fights throughout our marriage.
Sure.
I don't know like what's considered normal or not
Mhm.
normal. I know I've always had a tendency to, I kind of feel like I can blow up kind of quickly. It wasn't happening as often. But yeah, then when the kids started, it's honestly just like anything and everything is a big conflict.
I see. Okay. Do you have any substance use in the family at all? Like alcohol, smoking, any other kind of drugs?
My husband and I will drink every once in a while.
Okay.
But not very much.
Not a big issue. Maybe like once, a couple times a week, or
Maybe like once a week,
okay.
if anything. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you guys have health insurance? You guys seeing the doctor regularly?
Yeah. We have health insurance and yeah, we see our primary care pretty often.
Okay.
Or like
Okay.
as needed.
Yeah.
We're good about that.
You're taking the kids to all their.
Yep.
Your
Yeah.
appointments? Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. The kids
Yeah.
are getting seen. They're healthy so far. Nothing major has come up.
Great.
Yeah.
Great.
We're
Yeah.
grateful for that.
You said you had help, a little bit of help with the kids. What does that help look like?
So my mom is around. So she will take the kids like one day of the week, and then my husband's parents, his mom will take the kids one day of the week as well. So we have help like 2 of those days, and that's when I go to work.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Awesome. What do you do for work?
I just work at a boutique. Yeah, part time. Kind of, I like love to work before being a mom.
Yeah.
And so I knew I wanted to do a little bit of something just to get out of the house and still have
Sure.
that side of me.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's fun.
So you love to work. Do you love to work in general, or do you like your job right now?
My job right now is fine. I like it. I think it's been a nice outlet for me, but I just think I like to work in general. Like, I worked pretty full time up until having kids, and that was nice. That was good. I really like that job.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
How has it been adjusting to not working as much?
It's been, I think it's actually been pretty hard just because, yeah, I mean, yeah, I really liked working, and so now only going in 2 days a week and doing something that's like, I'm not super passionate about, but I like is like, it's nice, but I think the adjustment has been hard, but also it's been like a little, I stopped working right when we had our first full time, so it's been a couple of years now. I feel like I'm kind of adjusting to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you feel pretty good about where you are at, work-wise and.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great. Awesome. So tell me about these fights you're getting with your husband. Like, how do they start?
I'm trying to think about like the most recent one. Like an example would be, I didn't feel like he's been helping out enough around the house and just doing his kind of share of the work, and I feel like a lot of the times like I have to ask him to do things and like kind of drag it out of him, and so I'll like make a comment and then he makes a comment and then I make a meaner comment, and then it just kind of, keeps going. I think he's like, I don't know, I do feel like he can be honestly the kinder one in it, which is why I'm here, because I can recognize, like, I feel like I get to be just a disaster where I get to the point where I'm like, I don't know how I got so mad about you not helping out around the house. It kind of like just jumps. And then usually we're able to like move on from it a little bit and then just keep going. Something comes up with the kids or something else and I just have to like snap out of it. So.
Okay. So you don't really get the chance to really address it. It just kind of has to be pushed under the rug?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I try to tell him, like, what I'm feeling, and I try to hear what's going on with him, but, yeah, I wouldn't say that we've had, like, a resolution.
You're gonna sit down and hash it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
When you feel like your husband isn't helping out as much as you think he should be, what emotions does that bring up in you?
I feel very angry. Yeah.
Okay.
I think a lot of anger. I don't know if there's other emotions.
Emotions? Okay.
But definitely just like feel very mad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me more about that feeling.
I know, like, when it happens, I feel like it's kind of like an energizing anger. I don't know if that makes sense, but like, I don't feel, well, now that I'm saying that out loud, that's interesting to think about, because I guess I sometimes feel energized and angry, and then other times I do just feel, maybe when we're not in the fight itself, but when I can sense something's coming, I just start to feel kind of sad. So, yeah, I don't know. I definitely feel, I guess I lied. I feel angry and sad.
Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense.
Tossing it through.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So when it happens, you feel mad, and you say you can like predict that the fight is going to come, and that makes you sad. Is that correct?
I think it's actually almost the other way, where I feel like I get sad, like I feel like we might fight again, and I get kind of down, and then something happens, and then we start fighting, and I just get angry, and then I guess I do get sad again after.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it feels like it kind of hits you at a low point.
Yeah.
Where do you think that sadness comes from?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not totally sure that I know.
That's totally fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anger, it's a secondary emotion. So usually, it makes a lot of sense when you said you're angry, and then later when you thought a little more about it, it was like, well, I guess I don't start out angry.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So like you say that anger energizes you. That's what anger does. It's what it's supposed to do. Because your body, your mind, your body are telling you that there's something wrong, and so that anger kicks in and says, we need to fix this. Doesn't always come out the way it should be, the way we would like it to come out, but it's a totally normal reaction.
Yeah. Interesting. I didn't know that. So that's good to know.
What would you like your husband to do more? What would make you feel like he respected you and your time and your effort? What would that look like to you?
I think the biggest thing is just like the little things around the house, and it's like he ends up doing it, but it's the fact that I just have to constantly ask him, and so it's like I'm already keeping track of my girls, and then I also feel like I have to kind of keep track of him, and I don't mean that to sound like demeaning to him at all, because I do, but it feels like it's like, okay, I have my 1, 2, and then it's like, you know.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's your domain, and
yeah,
you only have to make sure you've got 2 toddlers who are destroying everything.
Yeah.
And then you've got someone else who just shows up and he doesn't care. It feels like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it would be really helpful if I felt like he was more like on the same level as me. And then I find it like, I think what makes me feel so confused about it though is like, I'm like, he's the one that's mainly bringing in all the money. Like he's providing so much, and so then I feel guilty for like wanting him to be doing more.
Sure.
And then I think that really bothers me, and I get really angry.
At yourself?
Yeah, and I think at him, angry at myself that I think that way, because I feel like I agreed to this, so. And angry at him for like, I don't know, I just feel like he knows that. Like he knows this. So why are you still doing that? So yeah, I just wish he like would step up a little bit.
Okay. You said you feel like you signed up for this. Can you tell me a little more? Is that defeatist or?
I mean, like I was saying earlier, like I loved my job before, and then we knew we wanted kids, and in that I agreed to not work as much, and I agreed to just like find a job that was like light and easy and take care of the kids. So I feel like I signed up for that, and I knew that meant I would have more responsibilities and everything. So yeah, I guess that's what I mean. I agreed to it. I said it was okay, but now I'm like, I guess I don't know if it is what I want. I don't know. Or if it's just a hard time in life, or
What do you think you want right now?
My husband to clean up after himself. I don't know. I think it's hard because, I just feel really bad even saying it out loud what I want.
That's why we're here. It's okay. It's a safe space for you to say whatever you want. Get your thoughts all in one spot.
I mean, I love being a mom. But I don't know, I kind of wish sometimes like I was the one working more. I would like that back. I don't know, but like I say that out loud, and I'm like, how could I ever say that about my kids? And do I actually want that? Like, I don't know. It's a big question.
What did you get from working that you don't feel like you're getting being a stay-at-home mom?
I feel like I have more to offer. Like I feel like I just have certain skills, and like I felt like I was doing something. And not that like being a mom isn't, like I know raising kids is important, but I felt like I had more to contribute to the world. And like just having a sense of structure and like getting a lot of things done and feeling good about that and being around more people my age and yeah, it was great.
Yeah. You feel like you don't have a lot of structure in your life right now?
I mean, I feel like I can be pretty structured, and I try to be with the kids as much as possible, as much as you can with a 1 and 3 year olds, and it just kind of, they have their own, the 1 and 3 year old will decide what they want to do sometimes, but I try to keep that structure.
Okay. All right. I'm going to pass it off to Riley here. She's got some questions.
Switch. So what did you do for work before?
So I was in marketing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, like, what about that job do you think gave you, like, those feelings that you were talking about, just, like, that you felt like you were doing something?
Yeah. I mean, I think there was, like, something to, like, going to college and preparing for it, and then, like, getting the skills and knowing that I was good at what I did, and, like, I got to the point where I had some people under me, so I was able to manage a team a little bit, and I was like growing in the company too. So there's just like, I think like the sense of purpose there.
Okay. Yeah. That makes
helpful.
sense.
Yeah.
So your oldest is 3, you said?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So you've been out of work since she was born, a little bit before?
Yeah, just a little bit before.
So do you feel like, I can see how there can definitely be some, almost like a grieving right there, where it's like you were coming up, you were building yourself, like finally getting to like these higher positions in work, and then it was just like nothing.
Yeah.
And then the adjustment of becoming a mom is huge. So I think like a lot of what you're feeling happens. It's normal. You know, it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah.
It's stuff that definitely should be worked through, and that's really good that you're wanting to take that step. But you're not the only person on the earth that feels that way. I think for sure. So yeah, I wanted to circle back to just the conflict, you know, going on with your husband and all of that. And when you were talking about feeling bad about what you saying out loud, what you wanted. And so I know you talked about how the conflicts usually start where you, like, is it almost like you just kind of snap? And it's like the only time you guys really talk about the issue is like within a fight? Or are there ever conversations about it?
Right now it's mainly within the fight.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just when we're fighting.
Do you feel like you initiate those most of the time? Yeah. And that's okay.
Yeah. I'm like, unfortunately.
That's okay. You're the one being bugged.
Yeah. I do feel
Is
that
there anything within those conflicts and those fights that you guys have? Does he throw anything back to you? Or is it more just